So here is a 1964 Volkswagen Doom buggy with the Honda motor. So I'm going to do the video tutorial of this outside. It's perfect right now, day after 4th of July, Saturday, July 5th. Like I said, 1964 Volkswagen Bug, original pan, original VIN number underneath the two rear seats, but before the back seat where they normally are, right back here. Clean, clear Arizona title. It's my car, registered to me. You're not buying it off a dealer or someone else. It is registered, street legal. You can see right here I got June 30th. I'm sorry, June for 2030 tags. So this is an iVTEC 2.4 liter dual overhead cam Honda motor. This is a timing chain, not a timing belt. The 6 cylinders have the timing belt. So these started, I believe, in 2003 and went to 2008, 2009. The iVTECs, they have about 195 horsepower with the motor. My guess is somewhere at the wheels, you're probably 140s, 150s maybe. All Honda data, ECU, wiring, programming, runs absolutely perfect. Starting on the rear of the car here, we have the full roll cage bumper that is bolted into the floor, as you can see right there. I'll touch on the inside here in a second. Got the 39 Ford teardrop tail lights. It has the turn signals right here, as I've shown in the other pictures and videos, and turn signals up front. Ceramic coated headers, MagnaFlow exhaust, has brand new oil filter, brand new water pump. Has about, I think, 10,000 miles or so on the total build. Obviously with the chassis, if you went on the original numbers, I couldn't tell you what the original Volkswagen had on the entire frame and chassis. But this does have the upgraded transaxle, which I've shown on the lift. Here is your radiator. Never gets warm. Runs about 190 to, I don't know, maybe like 206. Very, very cool car. Even in the summer, right now it says July 5th. Has the Porsche 930 micro stub axles, brand new battery, King adjustable coilover shocks with the piggyback reservoirs or inline reservoirs, if you want to say right there. Those are the inlines. Those are E-box springs in the front. This has the custom, I think those are 2x3s or 3x3s. I never actually measured them, trailing arms, compared to the, standard Volkswagen. 4-wheel disc brakes. Those are off a Honda S2000, a lot of Honda parts. These right here are your passenger steps. Those actually can be used with the tow dolly, custom tow dolly that goes underneath the car. Carbon fiber inserts. It has 17-inch wheels. I think these are, what, 235, 65, 17s, all the way around, so you can rotate them. I've already rotated the tires for the new owner. You got your wind deflectors to keep the car extremely cool. Electronic fuel pump. There's a fuel pressure regulator down there. There's your fuel pump, fuel pressure regulator. It has the upgraded 091 transaxle, so you have the regular stock swing axle. This has the independent rear suspension. You have the regular stock swing axle. Then you can go to a 002 Volkswagen bus, which is a 3-rib, or you can go to the 5-rib, which is the kind of like the pyramid style. This has the later bus, great for freeway driving in the dunes. 6-rib, very, very strong. You can put V8s. Going up to the front, E-box springs, dual wishbone front A-arm suspension, chrome. There is your turn signals, and again your driving lights, off-road lights, and then integrated turn signals again right there. Full custom tubular frame. Again, your side steps right here for the trailer dolly, if you want to put that up there. Everything's Honda, full Honda center console, steering column. The headlights, wipers work. I just put the bullet lights. You're not going to really be driving this in the rain. You got your top. I'm 6'2", about 250 pounds. I have the seat all the way back. I fit in the car extremely well. You're probably limited to about 6'3", maybe 6'4", you know, 275, 300 pounds. But you can slide the seats forward. They are both power adjustable front driver and passenger, and as well as reclining driver seats. I think those are probably out of a Honda. I don't know if they're out of an Accord or something. I don't believe they're Prelude. Here is your storage. You got your Sony radio with speakers. I believe they're 5 1/4, and then your 12-volt power supply right there. Over here is just mostly for storage, so these open the opposite way. I got a fire extinguisher there, and then just regular toolkit for the tires, the lug nuts. It does have locking lug nuts. In here is just another storage. Opens the other opposite way. It is your CD player, and then your manual. There is the actual manual in there for the CD player. You know, you can put this at MP3 and all the goodies. Your seat belts, full auto meter gauges. Those are the Pro Comp series, ultralight. So you got your water temperature, your RPM, your miles per hour, and then your oil pressure. You got a horn there underneath the steering wheel. That works. So like I said, it's all street legal. I think the car might have to be on. Let me just double check. Nope, the horn works. Your headlights, off-road lights, adjustable driver's mirror. Those are very expensive. The Jamar rear view mirror. You can upgrade the shifter if you want to. The black Mambas are really, really nice. Shifts absolutely perfect. Goes through all the gears absolutely perfect. First, second, third, and fourth, no problems, no popping out of gears. It is a very, very easy car to drive, and it's very fast. Like, I have the videos up there. I'm doing, you know, a little bit over the speed limit 75 miles an hour on the freeway. This will break 100 miles an hour with no problem. I've had it up to really close to 100 with plenty of throttle. It is a very, very fast car. I've never had it weighed. My guess with these dune buggies, they weigh in the neighborhood somewhere between about 12 and 1,400 pounds. I'd say just with the Honda motor compared to a Volkswagen. I think a Volkswagen motor, off the top of my head, I think was like 123 pounds, 127. I think this one might add on, you know, about another 75 to 100 pounds. So I'd guess the weight on this car, empty, but just with fuel, no one in it, you're probably somewhere in the neighborhood of about 1,400, 1,500 pounds maybe. You know, it does have some extra accoutrement, so to speak, with the weight that's going to be increased with the double A-arm front suspension, the off-road tires, the wheels, the exhaust, all that stuff's going to kind of be a little bit more than a Volkswagen Bug. The great thing about this, it's titled as a 1964 Bug. You don't have to worry if you live in higher elevations. I'm about an hour from Phoenix up north towards Flagstaff, going towards Vegas. Elevation's about 4,800 to 5,000. Down in Phoenix, it's about 900 to 1,000 feet above sea level. So I'm quite a bit above sea level. Obviously, the great thing about the fuel injected, you don't have to worry about adjusting carburetors or carburetors leaking. I've had them all, you know, Weber's, Delordos, the MPs, the Solex, the Cadrones. I'm very familiar with all of the necessary adjustments you have to make. It's not really that much of a pain, but the cool thing about this, if you need parts, you can go to your regular Honda dealership, any Honda dealership off of eBay. You can go to O'Reilly's, the old Checkers, the America's Parts Authority, Pep Boys, AutoZone, whatever your normal neighborhood auto parts store, you know, you can take it to the mechanic. It's really, really simple to work on. Like I said, it's just the regular Honda. These things are bulletproof. No oil drips, no oil leaks. It runs absolutely fantastic. If you wanted to go a little crazy, you could probably move the seats forward and put a little bench there if you got a couple kiddies. Just add your seat belts. But it's a very, very, very clean car. It always turns heads. I get tons and tons of questions about the swap and how to do it. You know, you can do anything with these cars. It's made by Kennedy adapters for the transaxle. I believe they're based out of California, but they do a lot of swaps here in Arizona. I mean, and I've had them all. I've had numerous Volkswagens. I've had Chevy Ecotechs. The Chevy Ecotechs, those were in the Polaris Slingshot, the Chevy Cobalt, the Chevy Malibu. A lot of them came with factory superchargers. I do not like the Ecotechs with the superchargers. Sometimes the Ecotechs, if you don't have them programmed correctly, they have like they go into limp mode, so I'm not a big fan of the Ecotechs. You know, the turbos are great, aftermarket turbos. You can put a turbo on this. You know, right now, like I said, 195 horsepower going to, you know, a turbo, 5 to 7 pounds of boost, you'd probably be about 220. If you cranked it up to, you know, between like 10 and 12, you could probably be at, you know, 250, 270. And then if you want to get super crazy and put, you know, a T3, T4 Garrett turbo, you know, running 23 pounds of boost, which the transmission will hold, you'd probably be in the 340s, 350s, which would smoke anything out in the dunes. So, you know, the old saying goes, there's no replacement for displacement, but, you know, you can do Subarus. I've had Subaru WRXs, Subaru Legacies. Those are good, but you got to tow those in neutral, even on a trailer, because of the quad cams. Hondas have had a blue top F6B. The K motors are great. The VTECs, I've had Acura motors. Those are great too. Had a couple Mustangs, the Ford Esslinger 2.3 out of the Thunderbirds. Those are good. Never had one of those. But I've had Toyota 2200R, 2200REs. But Honda's great motor. Toyotas. But yeah, it's a very fun, very fast car. Like I said, it draws major attention. The car, you can take to car shows anywhere you want to go. Like I said, it has a tow dolly, hooks right up, very easy to tow. You can tow it behind your passenger car, whether it be another Honda, a Toyota, you know, your motorhome. So street legal. It's gonna go to a great home, I'm sure of, and it's a very reliable car. No expense spared. You cannot build this car for literally under 40 grand. I'm telling you right now, there's just no way. There is no problems with the car whatsoever. Stops on a dime, turns major heads wherever it goes. So if you're interested, reach out to me. You know, I have the freeway right by my house over here to Sedona, you know, but it'll go easily 100 miles an hour. Way better and safer than the side-by-sides. Way more reliable. The value on these things just keeps going up and up. Got some theft devices on there, so you can't really steal it, but anything is, you know, able to be stolen, so it's not exactly theft proof, but it's got some hidden goodies. Like I said, stereo, the speakers, power seats. Very beautiful car. You know, the pictures and video really don't do it justice, but it's a very nice car. Like I said, no expense spared. You can see all my videos. I have it up on my lift. No rust whatsoever. So I apologize about the sun coming up here, but this is a video of the 1964 Volkswagen Honda Data 4-cylinder buggy, and here we are in beautiful Sedona. So if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me. Thank you.